Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Sunday, day before Memorial Day. Hope everyone has been having a great weekend so far, and I hope you also get to have tomorrow off to rest or barbecue or whatever it is that you want to do. I'm sitting here at the lake enjoying the cool temperature before the sun comes out in Houston and run me away. I was thinking about this quote that I saw that says, there will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. Don't let it be you. And that got me to thinking. There will always be someone who doesn't see your worth. Don't let it be you. Sometimes in our lives, we find ourselves in situations, relationships, business deals, or just life events where we feel unworthy, where we feel like someone isn't treating us the way that we deserve to be treated. Let me know if you can relate to this. Let me know if you can relate to ever feeling like people are not treating you to the value that you believe you should be treated. People are not treating you with the worth that you should be treated with. Have you ever been in a relationship where you felt like your partner or your loved one just didn't appreciate you? Have you ever felt unappreciated? And a lot of times what happens is that we begin to think that, that the other person needs to do something so that we can feel worthy, or that the other person is doing something to make us feel unworthy. But when you think about that quote, that there will always be someone who doesn't see your worth, then you have to live life with an expectation that other people are not going to know how valuable you are, which is why you have to know how valuable you are first to yourself before you can ever demand that other people see your worth and value. Because this is what I've come to realize is that people will treat you how you allow them to treat you. And when you stop allowing people to mistreat you, it's like magically they begin to treat you better or they leave your life. Have you ever had that happen? Have you ever got to a place in your life where you said, no more? I will not let you treat me like this again. And then suddenly they either start treating you better or they exit your life. I think it's because you finally get to that place where you begin to appreciate your own worth, your value to yourself, your value to your family, your value to society, your value to this ecosystem that we live in. And as you begin to see your value, others begin to see your worth. So if you right now are in a situation where you feel worthless or you feel like you are not being treated with the value and the respect that you know you deserve, take a moment and look in the mirror and ask yourself, could it be that you are not seeing the worth in yourself which is why you are allowing yourself to remain in situations, in situationships where your worth is not being appreciated. Because maybe it's not for other people to see our worth. Maybe it's really for us to see our worth. And then when we begin to stand up, show up, act up, live out our worth to ourselves and to others, then others cannot help but to see our worth and to see our value. And maybe this is what is needed in our relationships. Maybe this is what is missing in our marriages. Maybe this is what is missing in our business relationships. Maybe this is what is missing in society, period. Is that many of us have been raised, been trained, been conditioned, been mesmerized into believing that we are not as valuable as we are. And because of that, we become prey to the mistreatments of other people. And this is how we get into bad relationships. I was watching that horrible video between Puff Daddy or P. Diddy or whatever he called himself and Cassie. And when I look at some of the pictures that they took after that time period, I was like, this is such a beautiful girl. How did she allow herself to stay in such a relationship? But before I went into judgment mode, I had to think about my own experiences because I have myself been in an abusive relationship. And I said, it's because she didn't know her own worth. She didn't know how valuable she was. But when she realized her value, when she realized her value, she started the domino effect of taking a predator, an abusive predator, down. A power that she did not know she had when she was running to that elevator, but a power she came to realize when she realized her own worth, when she began to see her worth in herself. So this is a lesson for us all. If you're in a situation where you don't feel worthy, you don't feel appreciated, you don't feel like you feel disregarded, you feel disrespected, before you go pointing the finger to other people and trying to make them treat you better, look in the mirror and make sure you see your own worth. Because when you start to see your own worth, you're not going to need for someone else to see your worth. Because they're going to have two choices. They're going to either need to adjust their treatment of you, or they're going to have to exit left. This is Sean Speaks. Have a happy Sunday and have a happy Memorial Day weekend.